Well, hello. Welcome to Commission Reviews, and you know I cover reality TV. Let's talk about a reality TV and some history. Now, I know a lot of these kids who watch these shows probably would not know who in the world I'm talking about when I mention Making the Band. Making the Band is a part of, if you were born in the time that I was born in, 2000s, they was like a culture, everything, the process, right? Now, Bad Boy Diddy was running this competition show. There was a few artists that came about from this. We had O Town, The Band, Danny Kane, Day 26, and Donnie Klein. Now, here lately, Making the Band has been trending because a lot of people have been coming out and speaking about the cheesecake situation. But I think it's more than just the cheesecake situation. Okay, I'm gonna start with Freddie. Actually, got on his live. He's Freddy P, and I'm gonna play what he said. Let's just listen. Let me take my headphones off because I already know you guys won't be able to hear this out loud. So let me take my earpiece. I might hear a little noise. I transfer from headphones.
Hold on. I don't think the speaker's up.
A lot of people don't understand what nigga I've been through. This year alone, I done contemplated suicide 2 or 3 times. I done pictured my brother walking in, finding me dead. I cried a few times thinking about leaving my son because you just get tired of life. It's like no matter what you try to do, you just gotta keep battling. Niggas got their foot on your neck. Niggas wanna see you fall. And it be niggas, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's this nigga Puffy. And my main motherfucking reason why I really hate fucking life, though. Like, people don't even understand. Like, I don't even give a fuck. But I've never been to a point where I've thought of suicide my whole life. Never. I think I'm a gangster. You know, I tapped out. I partake in my share of street things that might occur. I apologize for my sins every night. But me personally, my own life, the thought alone, I was telling my dog, I'm like, I don't even know how I started thinking like that. Because it done got so bad where I done had it all and fell to the bottom. How do you come back from that when you battling a giant? It's like no matter what you do, it ain't got nothing to do with your skill no more, because your skill is 90% better than any nigga that's out there right now, and the world knows it. But it ain't your skill, because you can't even get where you going because of the world is built on relationships. So if a nigga fuck with you, that's saying they don't fuck with Diddy. That's basically Khaled, Ross, all them niggas chose. You think I don't know them niggas? Them niggas ain't never gave me a verse. Them niggas ain't never did. Now, when I first seen Ross, man, after that shit, niggas said, I love you, man. You know what you did for our city? I love you, man. In the middle of the club, my nigga. Nigga ain't never gave me, nigga ain't never called back and say, man, like real niggas supposed to. Every artist in Miami look out for each other. You ever seen anyone nigga do anything for me? Them niggas got their deal on the strength of me, man. Khaled, them, and Diddy relationship is built off me, man. That's why them niggas don't fuck with me. That's why they can't fuck with me. Them niggas love, God had love, man. I was the only nigga screaming Khaled name when he wasn't shit, bro. Every city, too. Every radio station, every event. Khaled, the #1 DJ with me, nigga. Because I'm a real nigga like that. Ross was my favorite rapper before he ever fucking touched the Diddy hand. But notice how after the band, Diddy put his hands on them niggas. A few months later, oh, he want to be there because he want to. That was a spit in my face because me and him know what happened. Me and him had the conversation inside the office. I know what was supposed to take, though. I just don't come from where I can be purchased, man. I ain't come from that, man. I came from, man, sleeping on dirty clothes, man. I used to fill up my clothes. We used to sleep on fucking pillowcases, man. I used to wear my fucking, we used to wash our clothes out, hang them bitches in the bathroom, go to school, mildew, my nigga. So I can't be purchased, bro. I've been through a lot. My family been through a lot, bro. For 20 years, man, it's like, and people like, oh, why you ain't? Because, bro, anybody that signed me, basically, I can't prove that this nigga hating on me, but I can see through my peers' actions how a nigga like Cali can't even fuck with me. He can't even, if he want to. And I'll ask you after action, say, oh, damn, Cali, when we got beef. Damn, Ricky, we ain't got, why you cutting checks to all these other niggas? You ain't damn, mom, and damn, what all this Ricky else ever signs fucking with me, man. I went through 40,000, man. Ain't damn nigga Ricky signed that can go through 40,000, man. Ain't damn nigga Kanye signed that can run through 40,000. Ain't damn nigga, none of these niggas ever signed that can run through 40,000, man. And be noticed by a nigga who sold 80 million records. You can't take away what we done already. I done been through a lot, dog. After some time, you just get tired, bro. You just get tired. I had to find more reasons to live this shit. I want step kids or something, dog. Cause my son grown, and seeing him happy, seeing him be successful is the last thing I want on earth. Y'all niggas don't know how contemplated suicide. I love God. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of earth, man. I want somebody to take my life, bro. I asked God to take my life, bro. I don't want to do it. Because of the shit that nigga been through. I step on shit. No problem. I told my son the other day, I said, you know how good I feel knowing you don't have to come up in a life where you got to pray for your sins.
Oh my God.
Well, you don't have to worry about it. I said, dog.
So, wow. Wow. So, yeah, that's wow. Okay, so lately it's been trending on Twitter that some of the old clips been coming up online. Feeling like that pretty much he was running a musical prison camp. Okay. Okay, so MTV had the show, right, in 2000, making the band. Um, trying to find the next hip hop group. It it ran for a couple of seasons, and then it went to making the band 3, 4, whatever. A couple of clips from making the band 2 and 4 kind of was online everywhere, and a lot of people who didn't come up at that time was like, "What the? This is a different time period, right?" So the first clip came up where Diddy had everybody line up on the sides and compete and sing in the battle to see who wanted to be here for the opportunity. And there's 1,000 words that I could say. So long ago you walked away. Hold on, I don't want to play it because music playing. I don't want them to get no copyrights. Forget it. Anyway, but I didn't know it was actually singing. So Twitter was showing the different ways people was getting an opportunity. Which nothing is wrong with you trying to get the opportunity. You trying to come up, and you have to compete to get there. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, I grew up in the time where parents would tell you I used to walk in the sleet and the snow and all these types of things. All right. And they were all singing hard while Diddy was looking at them. A lot of people said Deshaun was doing way too much with that. Like he had a musical, so they're running a musical prison camp on making the band. The fact that Diddy made them line up and sing aggressively at each other takes people thought that was weird. Like, why was he making them sing? Here's another video. They asked the members of the hip hop group The Band to walk to Brooklyn from Midtown Manhattan to get him some cheesecake from the famous Junior Cheesecake Restaurant. It's just history, TV history, man. If Diddy wasn't, it was just insane. Okay, so somebody put in the tweet, if Diddy wasn't shutting down the studio, he was making them walk all the way to Brooklyn to get him a slice of cheesecake. Making the Band 2 was MTV's Squid Game. What? Let's see. I ain't even playing nothing. Anyway, that's weird. Why isn't that?
Told you to go rob a bank.
Okay, here we go.
Get your ass and all this psychological niggas walk all the way to Brooklyn. All decision on your lives. Up here. It gonna stop. This. I'm gonna be up in here making hits. I'm here. Ain't gonna stop. This y'all decision on your lives. If y'all fucking on this little right here, I definitely don't want to fuck with y'all.
We just want this man, but we was just gonna tip like you was trying to put us out there like a bitch or something, like make us walk all the way to Brooklyn, like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't really care how you took it or whatever went through your mind. It was a mission that had to be done. All this psychological, that's ego. So the ego's in your way. So the ego made the decision, especially with a like you, when I helped get your ass out of a situation and you looking at me in my face telling me you ain't gonna do something. I can see if I told you to go rob a bank. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing some, I'm gonna go get some cheesecake. You got that much ego? Go do your thing, man. Don't sit here and be talking about it, man. Be fly about it. Get your swag on, walk that way. If it's that way, do it. If you want to think about it, or if you ain't gonna walk that way, walk to Brooklyn and be happy about it.
Damn, I hope they ain't got that song in there. I was trying to clip that out. I'm gonna be so mad. I'm gonna get like, well, I'll just mute that part. If it comes up, when it comes up on the copyright, I will mute that part with the music. It's no big deal. It's like 2 seconds, so I'll mute it. Bro, somebody said Diddy invented DoorDash. I'm so done with Twitter. Oh my God. Okay. So the show Making the Band ended in 2009. And then they had a fourth one in April. People was talking about 2019. The Diddy MTV were going to bring back a new version of it. I remember I heard about that in 2020. I was like, bro, it's probably a bad idea right now. Talking about MTV now back together again, making the bands come back together bigger, bolder, and more cutting edge. Bro, you made them walk across the freaking Brooklyn Bridge for a cheesecake. How much more cutting edge do you get? Womp, womp, womp. Okay? Talking about we are bringing the supernatural energy back to the format. Anyway, nothing really happened because, of course, it was a pandemic. Okay? But this is the thing that I'm going to say. You know, I watched the show as a kid, man. My sister, we watched the show. A lot of us was obsessed with the show, watching to see who would go where. You know, this is crazy to say that Freddy P pretty much is saying that Diddy wreaked havoc in his life, his mental health. He doesn't even want to live, and that's crazy. He even brought up the fact that he knew DJ Khaled and Rick Ross. That the relationship that P. Diddy has with the Miami DJ Khaled and Rick Ross is because of him. He said, Diddy going to hell between this and making them walk across the Brooklyn Bridge to get some cheesecake. He said, if I was Diddy, I would have done way more for these kids. Anybody would. You start out just chasing a dream, then it quickly gets snatched away. Made me never want to rap. Wow. Mm. He said Diddy is going to hell between this and making them walk across the Brooklyn. Does it play?
Fred! Fred! Y'all got me. I'm telling you, man. Come on, man. Man. Come on, man. This got us walking in Brooklyn for some cheesecake.
Yes. That was crazy. I'm like, I don't know, bro. I remember when I watched it and I was seeing him getting mad. To us, it's like, are you? Well, you really can't. You honestly, I remember getting mad with them. Like, bro, why are they walking for a cheesecake? What does it have to do with making some music? So Willie Taylor also made his points. He just says making the band was an experience for sure. But the platforms and contracts were all set up for the failure of hungry talents. He said a learning experience. You got to understand that people will do whatever you allow them to. So don't let your passion drive you the wrong destination. He said MTB4, Day 26, Danny Kane are talented groups, but the situation in which we met were destined to fail. The thing about it, Diddy was had his hand in all of it. He had his hand in everything. You thought that because he touched everything, they were going to be big. It's almost like he touched them and then let them go within the same moment. As soon as he was able to get what he needed to get, he didn't have anything else to do with them. Because you look at it and you think, wouldn't this be like everybody's popping now, or even not popping now, have a long musical history? I just, I don't know. I think it's sad because they were all so talented. I didn't really think about it until I started hearing about talking about it now, about how everybody went off to do crazy stuff or whatever. Like, you talk about what's his name? Willie Taylor. I mean, what did he did a lot of stuff solo. He did a lot of stuff by himself. He had to leave. So he had some kind of toxic relationship situation too, but he did a lot of stuff with Avant Genuine and Jagged Edge and Joe, just different things. I don't know. It's always something behind the curtain. We all know that for sure. But dang, we all should have known, honestly, when he was making them walk across and all that stuff. We should have known that something wasn't really right with that. And P Diddy was gonna have to answer for that eventually. For him to feel like that he wanted to take his life. That was sad. That was very sad to me to hear that. That's one of the first reality shows that we all watched. Let's be clear; those shows were reality TV. If I was blogging back then, I would have been covering Making the Band. So that was 15 years ago, y'all. 15 years ago. Now, check this out. When they show in a magazine, like, what happened to, they show Freddy P. And I'm not trying to be funny. He's in the Essence magazine. Known for a thumb sucking, hot headed rapper from Miami, Frederick Freddie P. Watson quickly became a fan favorite of the show, equipped with lyrical skills and quiet demeanor, except when tried, there was no denying that Freddie should have blown up. Freddie P. After attempting to secure a deal with Young Money, the talented rapper wanted to drop his music on his own and continue the close relationship with a fellow the band member Chopper. And that's all it said about Freddie P. I'm just being real. That's all that it says. And that's the update. And then we go flash to the Instagram video. Come on, y'all. Babs and Sarah, well known for being hardcore, talented female MC of the group who was ready to fight when she couldn't get her hair done. Even with her thin frame, carried a heavy name in the game despite being offered one of the 3 solo deals. After the disbandment of the group, the world would never see the joint album that bandmate E-Ness was supposed to release. Babs permanently parting ways when the deal fell through. Babs went to continue making music. 2010 found the Queen of the Ring, a #1 female rap battle league of the world. The YouTube channel has over. Wow. Interesting. Dylan, perhaps one of the most troubled members of the group on the show. Dylan barely got to add his much appreciated reggae flair to the group's productions. Continuously rebellious and notorious for not pulling his weight when it came to the group, there have been times the additional members, not to mention Diddy, became familiar with his antics. After the group disbanded in 2004, he went to pursue a solo career, which eventually landed a deal under the name Dylan Diggy, Akon's label, recently releasing Pain to Power. Oh wow. Dilly is still spitting hot fire everywhere he goes. I wonder if any of this matches up, to be honest. Chopper's Instagram, like his stuff is woo. So in 2004, Chopper was actually signed to Bad Boy's label. Hmm. He talked about being signed with Birdman to Cash Money, but that never happened. So, word on the streets, and they had a falling out with Lil Wayne. Hmm. Interesting. Jarvis. Wait a minute. He looks so familiar. I don't know why Jarvis looks like I've seen him somewhere before, like on TV. He looks just like the dude that played in Caesar. What's that show? The Ink. I don't know why I can't think. His cousin. He looks just like him. I swear. So to me, the way they sum up everything by making the band, it looks like a little bit of a blue, blue, blue. It doesn't look like it's real. It doesn't match up with what the members of the band are saying. And to me, at the end of it, it doesn't sound like that making the band was positive for everybody. I know people can say they he gave them an opportunity and it was up to them to do what they wanted to do with it. It was a reality TV show, one of the first pioneers. A lot of them first pioneer reality shows were raw and gutter. There was nobody on set saying, "Okay, we gotta be careful. We can't do this." There was none of that stuff. Today is different. Them days it was like we got a camera, we filming this. You can do what you want to do because the camera off. Nobody knows what's going on behind the scenes because it's raw and it's New York. I'm just being real. No excuses. It's sad actually because to be fair, he picked some of the really, really talented people to do this. We were all watching as kids saying, I can't wait for their album. We were so invested in watching them. Just like we were with Danny Kane. I don't know if it was a CD, I can't remember, but got the CD when it came out because I was so invested watching the show, watching how talented they were, watching them create the music where you wanted to buy the album. The same with the band. We were so invested in Dylon and Chopper and Freddy P. We wanted to see the music, but we never did and wondered why. And see, the thing that a lot of them moguls and artists that did stuff back in the day in the 90s and 80s with social media and Twitter and trending and cancel culture, your truth and your past will come out and bite you in the butt harder than when it would done back in the day when it first initially happened, because they will cancel you. They will go hard on you. They're fighting for the ones who can't speak, who didn't have a voice, going against the moguls and the big time people. So whatever skeletons you got in your closet, baby, they coming. Okay? So there's a lot going on. Now, remember he had the different groups. I don't know about Donnie Klang. This is off topic, but I used to always think about Donnie Klang, like what he was making music still on Bad Boy in 2009. He's a producer. He's on Apple Music. I remember a little bit O Town. They disbanded in 2003. And they really broke up, they said, because mostly because of the climate of music. It wasn't, their music wasn't geared towards that. Because he had different groups. Now Day 26 is somebody that I really loved that group. I really did. They were saying there's a lot of rumors, bad blood in between them and P. Diddy. It was so many rumors with that. But I don't know. But let me tell you something. That was I love that group. I'm gonna put it on you in what's the name of that song? So Good. It was my favorite song. That was my very that man. I think they should really get back together and do some music. They are very talented guys. But anyway, I just wanted to get into that because it's a reality TV, and if I'm telling you, I love the show so much, I would have been talking about this show. And since not everybody, since some of Freddy P has been talking about it, Willie has come on and talked about it. I wanted to draw my 2 cents about it. Now I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to go through and mute some stuff because a couple of little tidbits came out that I did not want to come out, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So P Diddy, his legacy for making the band doesn't sound like there is a legacy. It sounds like that when they don't want him to have a legacy. And it seemed like with P. Diddy, it's not just the band making the band. They 26, whatever. A lot of people have issues with P. Diddy and the way he ran things. Who knows? Rest in peace, Biggie Smalls. He probably had some things to say if he was still alive. Anyway, like I said, I know this was music, but this was reality TV, and I wanted to get into that. So